Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you're tuning in from. So good to see all of your beautiful smiling faces again this fine Saturday morning. What is the date? Holy moly. Should check these things prior to, let's see, May 6th. May 6th. Hard to believe. The weather here has been so terrible, it feels like fall. So I'm losing track of time. Regardless, let's do the usual formalities. Get them out of the way here. Can you hear me? Can you see me? All of those things. We've got some usuals in the house. So good to see. Kevin, Lakeland, Florida. Pardon me, I'm still nursing this cough, so we're gonna all get through this together. But it is good to see you, Kevin. I tell you, man, I don't know what we would do without you here. Lando, good to see you. Good morning, my friend. So glad you could make it. I think my audio levels are okay here. Oh yeah, right on. David says hear and see. Good. Awesome. David, so good to see. Lando, don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, you know, it helps to push this out. We got some cool stuff to talk about today. Cool stuff. It's like a prepubescent voice crack. But we got some cool stuff. Elon, my man, it is so good to see you in here. First of all, big round of applause for Elon, everybody. Hopefully that's not too loud. I can't even hear it through my speakers. But Elon, I don't even know how to stop this thing now. There we go. Elon just finished setting up the Discord server, so we've got that to announce today as well. I will provide everybody with a link. Very cool stuff. Looking forward to getting that all going. Good morning, Corporal Diesel from Central Texas. My son and I are here ready to learn good stuff. And it's Rob, right? If I remember correctly. Let's test my memory. Sheeran, Shaban. Hey, Adam. Hello, Sheeran. Good to see you. And Corporal Diesel, see and hear fine. Perfect. That's amazing. I'm going to adjust this thing so I can stop like playing around with it. Perfect. Got to get one of those like fidget spinners. I tend to have a tendency to like want to push buttons as we rock and roll here. Elon, I see your question as well, my friend. I will definitely get to that. I should also find a mute button. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I have one. I don't know where it is now. All good. We're going to go without. I'm just going to move and we'll cough off camera. Sedant, how's it going? So good. Sedant, thanks for asking. Really, really well. Hey, from Richmond, Kentucky. Hey, Mason, good to see you. Yord Mertens, everything looks and sounds good. Oh, man, we're so good then. Alicia? Which one? Good to be with you. Your videos are awesome. Well, thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you could be here today. Louis says hello to everyone. Pass on those kind words. Also, the like button. We need a reminder on that one. Hang on. Where's our Lando? Thank you, Lando, for the reminder there. Anybody just tuning in? Yeah, don't forget to tap, hit, smash, whatever suits your fancy. Let me see where we are. Jeff says we are back on the channel 1. Sorry. Yeah, so weird stuff going on today. We're streaming from the two channels, channel 1 and channel 2. There's a reason for this. Why don't we cover it now? Good idea. We're doing both channels for the biggest reason is because I want to announce the Discord server and therefore I need to make sure that enough people hear about it. The second thing is that for some reason, people, when they've subscribed to the second channel, I don't know if they're missing the notification bell, but they haven't been getting alerts about the live. So they've been missing out and I'm getting all kinds of emails after saying, I showed up and no one was there. So this is my chance. Probably the last reminder I'm going to give. This live is now only going to be on the second channel. So if you look up Adam Earhart 2, the number 2, you'll find it. You can subscribe. You can do all the things, and then you'll be able to leave comments, ask questions, so on and so forth. If you are not, you will not be able to from this point on. So we'll make sure that happens. Also, I will be deleting this from the first channel. So if you're catching the replay or you want to catch the replay, it's only available on the second. Xander, hello from the Philippines. Hello, my friend. Bizarre New Yorker. Hello. Always hits the likes. You know it. Gotta hits that likes. Aubrey, afternoon from Dublin, Ireland. Hey, Aubrey, good afternoon. Good to see you here. And yes, David, doing amazing. Thank you. From the armpit of the south. So good to see you. Corporal Diesel. Yes, it's Rob. I'm impressed. Oh, yeah. Well, I do my best with names. First of all, names are important. They're the single most important word that you could ever learn to someone. So if you ever want to make a better connection, build better relationships, you simply can no longer be the person that's like, I'm bad with names. You don't get to be. if you're bad with names, find a way to not be bad with names. It's important. So yes, also fun fact, I did a bit of memory training a couple of years ago, and where I could like learn to memorize 20 random objects and pull them back in any different order. It's more of a party trick than anything, but fascinating stuff. And it opened my mind to this whole world of memory stuff. Charlotte, good morning. Jeff, bonjour. Adam, bonjour. Jeff, comment ça va? And happy Saturday. All right. I think we're going. Are we ready? Afternoon from the UK. Afternoon, Charlotte. And Sedan, I can call you Sid. Perfect. That'll make it easier. Hang on. How do I put your thing there? There we go. Beautiful. I will do that, Sid. Oh, hey, no kidding. It's the Kentucky Derby today. That's awesome. Adam, pick a number, aka horse, and let's see if it wins. 1 to 8, 11, 14, 16, 18, 21, 23. Ooh, let's go 21, 23. Right? And we'll find out if I'm a psychic. Hey, fun story on that one. There used to be this scam. Actually, I'm probably sure it's still probably rolling around in like the stock picking space, where what people would do is they would get a mailing list of like 100,000 people. They would mail 50,000 people, like stock, Adam's stock is going to go up. Invest now. It's going to go up. And they'd mail that to 50,000 people. The other 50,000, they'd be like, Adam's stock is going to go down. Make sure to short it. Then what they would do is they'd pick whichever direction it went. Say Adam's stock goes up. It's a good company. I'd bet on that one. Then they'd take 25,000 people each. They'd divide it further and they'd be like, Bob's stock is going to go up, and they'd mail 25,000. Bob's stock's going to go down. And then they'd take those people, whichever was right, and then they'd mail them again with, what's half of 25,000? 12,500 people. Corey's stock's going up. Anyway, they would do this a few times. Then they would email the person and be like, look, or mail the person, clearly we're good at picking stocks. We've just got all of these predictions right. So give us all your money and we'll invest for you. So, shady business practices. All right. But a fun story. Don't do that though, obviously. Elon, my question is, how do I find my first client business? Do you have like a Discord server or something I can offer my services? Oh, dude, that's funny. You know what? Let's dive right into the Discord server right away. Because yes, I think it's time to announce. So how do you get your first client? Well, my friend, you built the Discord server. I just emailed you that video testimonial to say thank you. Let me see if I can find this. Here we go. So for everybody that is not familiar, this is the Discord server right there at the bottom. It'll be under community. I made a link for it this morning, so it'll be easy to find. If you go to modernmarketinghub.com, it's got a little backslash on the end. I just forgot to delete it. You don't need it. modernmarketinghub.com. And that will take you to an invite to the Discord server. Couple fun things about Discord. First of all, I'm relatively new to it. I've been a user of it for a while, where I've gone in and like engaged with other communities. There's a couple other courses and programs where they have Discord servers. Fascinating stuff, like really fascinating. It's basically, for anybody not familiar, kind of like an online chat group, but you can have different rooms and all sorts of stuff to ask questions, get answers for. What you will also notice is this community Discord hub link has replaced the goaskadam.com video ask thingy, where I was like, hey, ask me a question. That went amazingly well. So well that I got too many questions. So I couldn't get to them all. So we need a better system. First of all, if you did submit a question, I'm going to absolutely do my best to make sure that it gets answered. If not, show up here and I can answer them there. But it became very overwhelming. So I'm hoping that by making the questions people have about business and marketing more democratic, where other people can weigh in and answer, we'll be able to get answers. Because the fact is, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. That's why I'm here now. I love it. I think it's amazing. I want to give you every tool that you have to succeed. But there's just one of me. Whereas some of the questions, I think other people can answer as well. Like, especially things that have to do with Googleable things or different pieces of software, things that don't require maybe the same level of experience or knowledge on it. Like there's some other ways people can help. So that is the intention. So go sign up now, modernmarketinghub.com. You'll need a Discord username, password. It's free. Also, there's a room in the Discord community for Digital Marketing Academy members. I got to figure out a good way to add people into that. But for now, we're going to, patch it together. So if you're in the digital marketing community, you've got the course, you've already gone through the course, let me know and we'll find a way to get you in that private room. Okay. So yes. And also, Elon, to answer your question, there is a section in the Discord server for networking, for posting jobs, for looking for work, for promoting services. Big rule in the server, do not blatantly self-promote yourself everywhere. Be like, I can help with that. I can help with that. I'll do that for you. But there is a section for you to do that. So I don't want it to turn into a spam thing or people will get banned and kicked out. And I have no problem doing that. I'm not mean, but got to protect the integrity of the community. But there's a spot for you to do that. All right. Cool. Karma. Hey, Adam, our conversion campaign with $10 budget and interest targeting ran for 5 days, got 3,300 impressions, 23 link clicks. Targeting or budget may be the issue, not the ad. Can you help us? Yeah, check out my latest video on Facebook ads. It is going to go over this, and it's going to tell you that targeting is probably not the issue. I'm going to show you exactly what to do there. Budget may be the issue, but like if you're spending $10 and you're getting 23 link clicks, that's less than 50 cents a link click, which is crazy cheap. So unless you're going after, like, I don't know who your market is or who you're going after, unless you're going after like incredibly inexpensive countries to market to that have no chance of buying your stuff anyway, like you should probably be paying more per click. Not that you want to, but like that would be reasonable to expect. $10 budget, conversion campaign, tricky, especially depending on the cost of like whatever it is you're selling. Are you selling something for $3 and you're hoping to get a conversion for $3? Like, tricky, right? So check out that video. That's going to answer a lot of things for you. Mason, we said hi. Awesome. Let's keep going. Zohaib, I want to know what's the best way to get lead, Facebook lead, forum, or funnel lead. Okay, I don't fully understand, but I assume you're asking what's the best way to get leads from Facebook. My preference, if you're doing straight up lead gen, is to log into your Facebook Ads Manager, choose new campaign, select leads, then you have a couple different options. My recommendation is to use instant forms, simply because we're getting the best cost per lead there. And then I can put them through this software, which, where is it? Not sponsored, but like right there, highlevelguide.com. You can go there. You can sign up for a free extended 30-day free trial. There's a course on how to use it. There's a free call with the team at High Level to walk you through it. Like it's cool stuff. So go check that out. But that's what I do is I send a lead through an instant form, automatically follow up with some kind of SMS or email messaging, normally SMS if I can, especially if it's local. That is it. All right. Hey, Adam, love your channel. Which marketing podcast do you recommend listening to? You, Neil Patel, and Gary Vee are my favorite marketing gurus. Okay, cool. So what other marketing podcasts are there? I like it's funny actually. Marketing School with Neil Patel and Eric Sue. Very cool podcast. It's like they're about 5 or 6 minutes. Like I'm not a big fan of ads, so I'll like skip the first 30 seconds because there's basically always an ad there, which is important. Support the creators. Click the links. But like you can burn through those things. I listen on double speed, so I can go through like 10 or 12 of them. I try and do that about once a week just to go through the thoughts because they tend to stay relatively up to date with the latest tactics. They're also they're very knowledgeable on all of it. So they can look at a tactic and be like, I think this is good. I think this is bad. They've got more hits than they have misses. So there's a couple things that they've said over the years that I wasn't super fond of, like any recommendation of Clubhouse and that audio marketing thing. I never liked it from the start. I didn't see how it was going to work. It didn't. That was just happened to be one of those times where I got right and others may have missed it. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's solid. Gary Vee's stuff is super interesting, very valuable from like a mindset perspective. I like the old stuff more than I like the new stuff by a long shot, but still good to listen to. Who else is there? Basically, I like Akimbo, Akimbo by Seth Godin. It's less about marketing and more about like culture and business and things like that. But that's valuable. I think those are probably really good spots to start. And then from there, you just have to look at which specific areas of marketing you want more of: paid traffic, organic, story, etc. Because there's a ton. All right. Yes, Lewis, 21-23. I stand by it. Let's see what happens. Don't bet anything on me though. That'd be a terrible idea. Sid says, you make the type of content I love. Thank you so much. My pleasure. I'm glad that you like it. That's awesome that you're here then. Okay, which AI marketing tools do you recommend to create social media content creation and scheduling for a family gift giving website? What kind of content should I make for this website on social media? Okay, so AI marketing tools do I recommend to create social media content? It's gonna be the same regardless of what kind of business you're creating content for. Right now, my big players are around ChatGPT. Like it's hard to find an alternative that I like more than that one. It's the best one in my view. You can buy the premium version for $20 a month. I highly recommend you do because it gives you access to ChatGPT 4. If you're just playing around with it for fun, save yourself the $20 and get a couple of coffees or whatever. But if you're doing any kind of business, the $20 is pennies. Like it's nothing compared to the power and the output that it gives you. So that one. As far as video creation, I have a bunch that I'm using. I find them incredibly useful, mostly for like split testing different headlines and titles and things like that. But as far as straight up content creation, ChatGPT 4. What kind of content should I make? Without diving into too many details and specifics and taking us down a crazy rabbit hole, what I want you to do is go back to the basics of like, who are the people that buy my stuff? And then what are the things that they're interested in that are even tangentially related to my business? So if it's family gift giving stuff, I would definitely have a seasonal aspect of it. So what is it now? May. So it's like Mother's Day, Father's Day, a lot of content around that, content around the different kinds of gifts, content around things that your ideal target market would be often interested in, benefits of gift giving, gift ideas, etc., etc. Jesse, good morning from Illinois. Good morning, Jesse. Good to see you. Joseph, watching from the Philippines. Good morning, Joseph. I think we got a couple people from the Philippines in this morning. Health Stellar, what kind of organic content would you recommend to make viewers convert? Well, these questions are interesting because there's a lot of ways we could go with this. I guess the bigger question is like convert to what? Like to a sale? Because in which case, the kind of content you should make is sales-focused content around the features and the benefits and the outcomes and all of the reasons that your thing is better than the other things and like a million other angles we could take to create a sales-focused video. I think, so that's the easy answer. The longer answer is where does this sales video fit into the overall architecture of your content marketing plan? There's a gentleman by the name of Tim Schmoyer. I love Tim, super nice guy. I've basically taken part of every course and program that he's done, but he's got 3 different buckets that he likes when it comes to video. So like one's a discoverability video, which is designed to get the most amount of people to watch possible. One is a community video where the goal is to like build community and trust and relationship and all that. That's what this would be. Then there's a sales video, which is very much what it sounds like with the goal of selling something. Hey, we have this thing. Here's why it's good. Here's why it's not. It's important to have a mix, a balance of those to actually generate sales. So you can't only create discoverability videos, much like the main videos on the main channel. I would call those discoverability. They take a lot of time. They're high production value. They're very meticulously edited. Like everything's designed to attract a large interested amount of people to the channel. Then there's this, which is designed to not do any of that. There's no editing. I have a cold. I'm kind of coughing. Like it's kind of rough around here. But like that's the point of it is that, hey, I'm human. I'm real. I'm going to cough and maybe say the wrong thing sometimes and I don't know, spill coffee on myself or whatever it is. So that's what we do there. And then we'd have a sales video. I don't make enough sales videos, full disclosure, partly because I don't need to as much because the money is less of the focus around it. Not that I'm against money. Money is amazing, but it's like different strategies. But I think if your goal is to make money, and it should be because it's a typically good measure of value, then yeah, you need a balance of those. Robert, good morning from Pensacola. Good morning, Robert. Maple King, what made you move the live stream to the second channel? Excellent question. It has to do more with algorithms and expectations. So one of the best pieces of advice that I was given when it came to, I heard this from Mr. Beast actually, when it comes to social media algorithms in general, is you want to replace the word algorithm with audience. So the algorithm doesn't not like your stuff. It's the audience that isn't responding well. Because if they respond well, it'll get more views, yada, yada. We moved the live stream to the second channel because predominantly audience and algorithm. So YouTube does love long form content, but it was getting a bit jarring against the main discoverability content we're making, which is like a 10 to 20 minute, essentially high produced content for the main channel. That's what people show up for. That's what they expect. Whereas if you want a more intimate behind the scenes chat, more tactical, raw stuff like that, that's what this channel is for as well. I've got all kinds of different plans and goals, and I've had a million channel ideas for a lot of years. So I'm trying to rein myself in with just these two. But this gives me an opportunity to sort of do this without jeopardizing the reach of the main channel. Sharon, I wonder who edited your videos lately. Yes. Yeah. The guys there's a few amazingly talented video editors that I'm working with right now. But there are others out there. In fact, if you're looking for good video editors, I can't give you my guys because they're my guys and I love them. But there's what's the website called? I'm looking it up in the background. ytjobs.co. So ytjobs.co. For $100, you can go there and make an ad that looks for editors, or you can just, I think, comb through the list and like reach out to people and ask them if they'll do editing for your channel. And there's some amazing editors available on there that have edited for all kinds of big channels. Between you and me, I love editing. I think it's amazing. It's an art form. But because I don't want to discourage you, let's not talk about how long it takes to edit these videos. When I first started, I edited it all in like 2 or 3 hours. So start there. Now they're a little more in depth. So we can go there if we have to, but hey, Adam, just wanted to ask if you recommend using ChatGPT for SEO. Good question, Craig. Yes, sort of. I would use it for, again, it depends on the quality of the site that I'm trying to rank and the competitors in the space. So if I'm in an incredibly competitive niche, I might use it for some broad ideas, but I'm going to probably have to refine it. If I'm using it for my personal brand, less so, because I don't want it to mess things up. Regardless, I don't mind using it and then taking that content and putting it through like a plagiarism checker to make sure that it's actually original content. But yes, I think there is a place to use ChatGPT for SEO. Atacani, hey Adam, why don't you talk about WhatsApp marketing? Is it unpopular in US and Canada, or is it bad for marketing? Cool. So it's literally just because it's not as popular in the US and Canada. That's really it. So it's not bad for marketing. It is a tool just like any other tool available to you. Obviously significantly more popular outside of Canada and the US. It's really interesting. There's been a shift happening in the last few years that I love. I cannot tell you how much I love this. But the shift is, before, North America used to be like the leader of entertainment. Think Hollywood, think movies, think all of this stuff. The epicenter of commerce and capitalism. Mostly the US. I'm from Canada, but we sort of like piggyback off that and be like, yeah, we're part of that too. But like that was a big thing. It's changing. Now, Europe, Africa, India, all of these emerging economies, they're growing. There's a younger, larger population base. And all of these technologies that are sort of enabling global commerce are showing up there. So again, perfect example here, Squid Game from South Korea. Obviously, first world country, incredibly well developed, economically very prosperous. But like that culture made it into North American culture. We didn't used to have that before. Like if you imagine, say 10, 20 years ago when movies were dubbed, like old Kung Fu movies, and they were dubbed into English, it was almost like a joke. Like nobody watched that. Now people do. So yeah, I might touch on WhatsApp marketing later if there's enough demand for behind it on the main channel. For the secondary channel, like for us right here, yeah, we can talk about it all day long. I don't typically do a lot, again, because of popularity. Sharon, because that's awesome. Yes, wonderful. I lost the context there. But I like awesome stuff. Jesse, we have a list of contacts of people we have worked with, met over the past several years. Any suggestions on how to notify these contacts of our new business and get them signed up for an email list? I do, my friend. I do. So you've got a list of people. We would, if they've not consciously, overtly opted in and said, yes, check the box, I would like to receive marketing emails from you, GDPR compliant kind of things, then we cannot treat them like we would our email list or subscribers or anything like that. They're not cold, but they're not hot. They're like this warmish, lukewarm, room temperature cold people over there. So what we have to do is we have to reach out to them and give them the opportunity to opt in. That's all I would do. I would reach out to them with an opportunity to opt in. I would make sure that I'm spending some time crafting a really compelling reason why they would want to. Join my newsletter is not a compelling reason, but like join for this, that might be. Get this free thing, that might be. Free download, lead magnet, cheat sheet, guide, blueprint, etc. But yeah, that's it. You need a way to move them over and ask them to do so. Lando, absolutely agree with the names. I was horrible with names for years, but after I focused on it, what a world of difference. Yeah, like learning people's names, super important, which is why I try to obviously do it here. So I've got a few that I've memorized from regular showing up. Exposure helps as well. Like if I see you week after week, obviously I'm going to have a higher likelihood of remembering someone's name. Let me tell you a trick that I learned. I don't use this, but other people swear by it. I just try to brute force bash the name into my head. But like, let's say that you meet a Steve and you're like, I'm never going to remember the name Steve. What you want to do is you want to try to remember, like think of another friend of yours named Steve with like new Steve and his arm around him, or like high-fiving old Steve or whatever. It's like you put the Steves together and then you'll be like, oh yeah, Steve. And I have this visual representation of Steve and other Steve high-fiving because they, I don't know, just won Ultimate Frisbee, whatever it is. Joseph, good morning. Sid says there's a sort of long delay. Oh, interesting. I wonder if anybody else is noticing that or if it's just your internet, Sid, but we can keep an eye on it. Shraddha, hello. I'm just going to drink water. Otherwise, we'll just keep coughing here. 21 and 23, Kentucky Derby style. Yeah, let me know. Keep me posted. Send me an email. support@adamearhart.com. I'm curious. My brand manager will pass it on if I won. If I won nothing. Zohaib answered that already. Take a look back. Might have just come in twice. Health Seller, how to get organic traffic on regular Instagram posts, not Reels. I like this question because it allows me to ask another question, which is why not Reels? First of all, you don't have to necessarily do Reels, especially anymore. The algorithm, there's a lot of news on this. Instagram sort of like re-upped their algorithm where they're putting more focus on posts again, which is nice to see because not everybody wanted to make Reels. But here's the but, big but. If Instagram wants you to make Reels and they're going to give more reach and exposure to Reels, you got to make Reels. I don't know. It's like YouTube. We have a community post, like a community section where we can make posts and all that, but like it never gets seen. We have stories, YouTube stories that they might only be available if you have more than 10,000 subscribers. Doesn't matter because they suck. They're terrible. They're probably the worst story feature of any social media algorithm ever. So we don't use them. But if all of a sudden YouTube's like, hey man, we've realized that our YouTube stories just suck here, so you should make them and we're going to show them to more people. Oh, you can bet I'm making stories. So go where the attention goes. Now, how do you get more traffic on regular Instagram posts? This is such a terrible answer, but it's make better posts. I'm sorry. Like there's no secret when it comes to organic other than making better, more relevant content to the people that you seek to serve. So if what you're doing right now isn't working, try something else. Try a carousel post. Try a tweet post where you like screenshot a tweet that worked. Try writing longer captions. Try different hashtags. Try tagging people. Try sharing your post to your story. Have you done any of those? Right? Like I don't know what that was, 5 random ideas that I just came up with. It's like we got to try all of the things to make it work. Lucas, hello Adam. Hello Lucas. I want to ask, when running Facebook ads, how many do I need to create and how many variations do I need? Change the headline, angle, offer. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you need, okay, so I feel like I'm in this like really, again, this is why I like doing lives, is because there's always nuance to the answers. So the answer is, how many do you need? You need one. But it better be a damn good one. Like you need one really, really good one. How do you know what's going to be a good one? Well, you test different ones against each other, right? So I like to start with less but better when it comes to ad creatives. So I spend a lot of time, even with ChatGPT, like I'll go to ChatGPT, I'm like, write me an ad, and I'll be like, write me another, and this is terrible. Try it this way, try it that way. I'll copy and paste, I'll edit, I'll tweak, I'll move, and I'll try to get it down to like say 3 or 4 text versions of the copy. I need those to call up my target market, identify pains and problems, make sure that they're getting good CTRs to LCTRs. In other words, people are clicking it for the click-through rate. Then half of those people are clicking the link, which means that I've got good, essentially, offer to message congruence. I'm getting nerdy here this morning, but stick with me. Then what I'll do is I'm not afraid to test a ton of different images because it's very easy to swap out a different image without, like, that takes all of 5 seconds. So start with like, say 3 or 4 different ads, maybe same image on each, find out which ad copy works best, use that one, then start testing different images, or vice versa. Pick one really good ad copy, try a bunch of different images, find which one works there, then start testing different ad messages against that. How often do you need to change it? As often as you need to. If the frequency starts getting really high, someone's seen the ad a whole bunch of times, and the costs are going up and the effectiveness is going down, we got to swap it up. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it with what they need to do to start. Like what you need to do to start is launch something. Then you need to take a look at the metrics and the data that you get back, and that's going to inform the decision that you make going forward, rather than trying to figure out the perfect plan going forward, because it doesn't exist. Like all of our predictions about the future, they're always wrong. 9 times out of 10, maybe not 9 times out of 10. How about 2 times out of 3? 1 out of 2? 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2 times, I will write an ad that I think is just a bag of garbage. Like, this is the worst ad I've ever written. Why did I even write this? Question my value as a human being. I'm a disgrace to the marketing community. Just an awful ad. But I'll be like, I got it. I'll post it. And it dominates. And then I'll write an ad that I think is the greatest thing ever. And like nobody clicks it. So sometimes we're wrong. But that's why we test. Swarav Gaming, I don't have any business. How do I apply and practice social media marketing and PPC marketing at home? You do it for other businesses, or you do it for your kind of business, or you make a business, or you do it for affiliate marketing. You can sign up for an affiliate market offer through ClickBank, find one that's relevant or interesting to you. And a lot of them allow you to run PPC. Some don't, but sell affiliate products through anything. Build an email list. There's a million ways. Alicia, I'm just going to call you both. Alicia, it's got to be Alicia. I did my first Facebook ad based on your advice. Now, which matrix should I be looking for to determine if they are working? Did leads and website visits. Cool. First of all, good for you for taking that action, making that happen. It's freezing in here. I'm just going to keep hugging myself. Website visits, I'd be curious, I'm glad you did it, but I'd probably go leads more because that's going to give us more potential to convert unless we're actively tracking how many of those website visitors convert. How do you determine if they're working? Do I have a video on that? No. I'm not sure I do. I'm sure I do somewhere, but basically what we need to do is we need to map out all of our metrics from start to finish. So the end obviously is like a sale. Did this ad generate a sale? If so, it's working. Did it not? Okay, well, where did things go wrong? Was it people weren't clicking the link? Where they weren't clicking the ad? Was it my cost per impression was too high? Was it my reach was too low? Was it the frequency was we've got to look at all of the different metrics in order to determine where in the funnel we can optimize next. I'm sure I've got a video on that somewhere. If not, I might have to make one because it's a slightly more complicated answer, obviously, to figure out how to fully optimize a campaign. But hopefully that at least sends you off in the right direction. Health Stellar is using video mockups for creating marketing content, messing up algorithms. Is using video mockups for creating marketing content. I don't know what that means. Is using video mockups for creating marketing content, messing up algorithms. Okay, fill me in. Not sure what you mean. Zizo Star Wars, is it professional to cold call on the weekends? Well, if you call a business on the weekends, the odds of getting the owner are slim to none. So no, I don't know. I don't know if it's professional or not. It's probably just not very effective. Cold calling, in my view, is, this is a tough one because is it effective? Yeah, probably. Do I like it? No, not at all. I don't like doing it. I don't like receiving it. I like to exhaust all of my options before I go down the cold calling route. Also, if you're the one making the cold calls, it's kind of soul sucking because the last thing everyone's going to tell you to just get lost all day long. That's not fun. So yeah, call them when people are there and make sure you have a good script and idea. And you're going to have to make 1,000 cold calls before you finally figure out how to provide enough value up front, how to make sure you're with the right person. It's not something I love. Okay, let's see. Health Stellar, tips for influencer marketing. It depends. Are you the influencer or are you trying to hire an influencer? Need more context. Jesse, we are in the process of creating our first few Facebook ads. Any tips, tricks on things we should look for when testing our first few ads? New to this marketing thing. Yeah, I'm going to send you down the Facebook ad rabbit hole. Go to YouTube, type in Adam Erhart Facebook ads, and there's got to be, 20 videos. Watch those first. For real, watch them all. It'll take you a couple hours and it'll save you hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. That's the best that I can do. Lando, I'm not super familiar with Discord, but I'll have to look into it. Sounds interesting. Yeah, right on. There's a lot of people that aren't using it yet, but it's also huge, quickly growing. So yeah, check it out. It's nifty. Basically, it's just a chat room. Nothing too much more fancy. Hellziller, what if I just post reels on Facebook and Instagram? You can do that. Yep, I'm fine with that. Do whatever you think is going to work best for you and your audience. Don't be afraid to test other things. Sid just joined the Discord server. Cool, Sid. Good to have you there. I'll have to log back in later and see how it's all going. There's going to be bugs too, and some glitches and things and rooms, and we're working it out. Elon gave me a long list of things that this last week has been busy, so I've got some work to do from my end as well. But yeah, we'll figure those out as we go. The main thing is just making sure everybody is together. One big happy marketing family. What are your thoughts on opening a marketing analytics agency instead of a digital marketing agency? I'm a coder and data scientist. I can analyze Marion campaign data for marketing agencies. I like it. I think it's solid. One sec. I think when you're marketing, if you open that kind of agency, which I'm all for, I think it's interesting. You're going to have to prove your worth and value to the marketing agencies that you work with. That's going to be the trick. I'm trying to think of my agency and would I hire a service like a marketing analytics agency? And personally, I wouldn't, because I know enough about the analytics to be I don't necessarily need more insight into what's working or what's not. I'm not sure my clients are going to want it or care or pay the premium for it either. But if you can find an angle, or I can increase your agency's revenue by 20%, I can increase your profitability by 15%, I can help you increase client stickiness by 3 to 6 months by delivering better results or reports or whatever it is. There's an angle there for sure. I'm pretty sure someone would be able to convince me on. So yeah, I'm all for it. Rob, sign up now. Right on. All right. We'll see you in there at some point. Charlotte, from the UK, if I remember correctly, if a business aim was to increase customer base, what would you write for 3 SMART objectives? Very specific with 3. A business's objective is always to increase the customer base. So I don't know if I have anything too unique to add to that perspective. All businesses want to grow and add their customers. So objectives, increase customers. That's my objective, honestly. And then from there, what are my strategy and tactics? Well, that depends largely on all of the factors that go into the marketing master plan, which, hang on, where's my this one? That one right there, the cheat sheet, freemarketingcheatsheet.com. That'll walk you through the model of the market, the message, the media, and the machine. You got to line all those up, because that's going to lead you down the path of figuring out what you need to do, where you need to do it, how you're going to do it, what all of this stuff is around there. Cappy, what platform you think will be most reliable for running short form video ads in this year? Yeah, short form video ads, most reliable, probably still Instagram and Facebook, probably. TikTok, not so much. Obviously, all kinds of issues going on over there. YouTube, maybe. Still don't love it as much, but Instagram and Facebook Reels, when I'm running ads for short form video content, it's on those platforms. Elon says, oh, good, I'll check it out. Right on. Yes, the testimonial. Right on. Okay, we got a couple repeat questions. Careful with the typing there, peoples. Keep asking the same one. I got to ban it. We don't want to go down that road. Hate being the bad cop. AI section. What is the ideal audience of ice cream shop? Well, depends on the kind of ice cream. If you're a generic ice cream shop, you're probably already doing it wrong, right? Because then why not anybody else down the street? Why not stay home? What is it that's unique about your ice cream shop? Then you've got to answer that question. So you got to tell me. It's are you a premium high-end gelato ice cream shop with imported flavors from the Florence region of Italy? By the way, anybody that's ever been to Italy, you got to get gelato there. Man, it's a world of difference than you get in North America. Even good places. I don't know what it is, but it's mind-blowing. Or are you a Dairy Queen soft serve whatever thing? It's you've got to be specific around it, because everybody likes ice cream. So when you appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one. So yeah, you got to dive in on who it's for. Sid, any chance? Do you have any tips of lead gen campaigns on Facebook for local service-based businesses? I do, Sid. I do. Do this. Where is it again? Hang on. I can never remember. It's always backwards when I point. Where's the software? highlevelguide.com. That's my tip. So here's what you want to do. You want to, first of all, local service-based businesses are probably my favorite, easiest business to run ads for in the world because they're typically selling something that people want or need. They're local, which means that our targeting options go down from hundreds of millions to like 20,000. So now they're cheaper. I'm able to create relatively simple ads along the lines of, hey, person of this city, do you have this thing? Do you want this thing? Would you like this thing? Here it is. Give us a call. Click this button. Do whatever. That's it. Honestly, like spend some time coming up with the 3 or 4 different ideas to offer and find out which one resonates best, then cycle through them. Man, I love it. Also, if you go to the highlevelguide.com, you'll be able to find snapshots and templates for different local service-based businesses that you can just download the entire campaign into your account. All right. Elon, what happens if your first client's campaign turns out to be not profitable, even if it's $10 a day? And do you just charge ad spend and editor's fee for the ads? What type of ad do you run? It depends on the business, but let's say you're doing local service-based business ads. You're running them through High Level or not. Like say we don't, you can sign up for the free 30-day trial, but even if that, like say you've exhausted the trial and you don't have a client, you don't have the budget for it, that's fine. We don't need to use that. There's other ways of doing it. You can manually download the leads list, manually upload them to other things, submit them to the client. If it's $10 a day and it's not profitable, like your first campaign or 2 or 3 or whatever, they probably won't be profitable, which is why we do need a secondary metric. So between you and me as marketers, we need to make sure that we're profitable. But when we're getting experience, like we're letting the customer know as well. We're not trying to snow them and be like, I'm going to make you billions of dollars with $10 a day. That's ridiculous. But it's like, I'm going to get you more clicks, more views, more eyeballs. I'm going to get more people to your store. I'm going to get this and that. We're just honest with what we want them, with what we're going to deliver for them. Like you're not going to be running a conversion campaign anyway. You're probably going to run something like video views or engagement or like try to get the stuff in front of more people, make offers, put the phone call there. Has the phone rang slightly more? If so, cool. Your job is done. All right. Whew, man. Voice is failing. I just realized, hang on, I might still have some, I do have old cough drops. Don't like to snack on them too much in the middle of a live. It's a little tacky, but I'm going to have to keep rocking and rolling. Sid, yes. High Level is goated. It is. Some pretty cool stuff, actually. I'm a big fan. I've been using it for almost ever now. Sardorjan, hey, sir, will you advise for new coming marketing agency? If you mean like provide personalized consultation, I don't offer that anymore. If you mean advice, yeah. Let's talk. What advice do you want? Like, there's a million things we could talk about. I do have a couple videos on like how to start a marketing agency. My best advice right now is go watch those because they're going to tell you everything here that I would just randomly stream of consciousness spit off, but more edited and precise. So go watch those first. And if you have more questions that are specific, come back next week and we will talk. David, no doubt your knowledge is awesome. When you add in the collaboration of this group and or more people, the assistance and knowledge becomes endless. Group collaboration is a premier option. Yeah, you betcha. It's funny. It's like the group is smart. There's an incredibly, like everybody here right now, whether you've been doing marketing forever, whether this is literally your first day, and I don't know how you stumbled upon this channel, but congratulations for being here. You have experience, you have knowledge, you have information in your head that is applicable to whatever it is that you want to do in some way, shape, or form. So yes, everybody has valuable insights to share and experience to go for. Okay, let's see how we doing. Oh, we're doing good for time still. The questions are pouring in. Let's see. Rehan, should I run Google ads or Facebook ads for my app? I don't really have a preference. Maybe try Facebook ads first, unless your app is like search dominated. Then I do that, but I strongly doubt it is. Like most apps are not, I desperately need this app. It's more like, oh, that'd be cool. I think I'll get it. So a discovery platform like Facebook would do well. Power Money says Facebook ads are better. Yeah, for the app, probably. Let's see. How old are you? How old am I? Late 30s, 39 years old. That's it. Sometimes I look younger. Sometimes I feel older. Elon, what's my morning routine like? Wake up, bathroom, then do a power list, and then meetings, etc. Trying to sort some routine for myself. Yeah, right on. So my morning routine is, it varies, but I can tell you what it is like 90% of the time, and then I can tell you the little buckets that I slot in if I can. So I wake up at 4 or 4:30 or 3 or 2. Really dumb, really early. Depends if I can't sleep. I got a lot of ideas. Brain never shuts off. But like normally we'll say 4 a.m. wake up. Cup of coffee, straight to the office, which is just on the same property as the house. So it's like a 2-minute walk to the office. Journal for like 15, 20 minutes. Basically just like brain dump all the ideas in my head and get stuff out. What am I doing for the day? What's the plan? Etc., etc., etc. After that, straight to the gym. Work out for 1 hour, some kind of weight training exercise with a bit of cardio at the end. While I'm at the gym, I'm listening to audiobooks and or podcasts on whatever it is that I want to learn at the time. Always. I used to listen to music. I have better workouts when I listen to music, but it's not worth the trade-off because I can really cram in a lot of information there. So I get like an hour of study every day by default. After the gym, back to the house, breakfast with the kids, because they're just waking up at that point. So I get them breakfast. I eat breakfast. My breakfast varies depending on what I'm eating at the time. It could be all over the place. So whatever. Then I think that's it. Shower, off to the office, dive straight in. For me, that normally means writing. So I'll start my day with like writing, which is the most important part of my thing, because that's what leads to the blogs, the emails, the social posts, the video scripts, everything, whatever. And then the day just goes on. Maybe it's recording, maybe it's sponsored deals, maybe it's updating course materials, whatever it is. All right. Okay, let me see. Where are we? Lando, Seth Godin's work is amazing. Yeah, pretty much everything Seth Godin makes is worth paying attention to. Also enjoy a lot of Simon Sinek's work as well. He was originally a marketer, but now does more of the philosophy and mindset for running a business. Yeah. There's a lot of people that have made that shift, starting in marketing and then transitioning to more philosophical areas. You know who another amazing example of this is Ryan Holiday. He started like as a marketer for, what is it? I think it was American Apparel and did a bunch of other stuff. Incredibly talented marketer. Now, predominantly involved in Stoicism and all the philosophy around Stoicism. I buy every book that he's written. He just wrote a new one that was released 2 days ago. Just bought that. Read it this morning with the kids called The Daily Dad. 365 Stoic principles for raising better kids or whatever it is. I don't know what it is about the transition from marketing to philosophy. Personally, I don't know if I'll ever make that shift, but I do read and study and write a lot about philosophy. I think what marketing does is it expands your brain to be like, man, life is weird. We're weird. It's weird, man. It's like we do weird things for weird reasons. Why are we doing this? And it gets you thinking. All right. Let me see. Mike, voice talent and vocalist. Hey, Mike. If I was starting an affiliate marketing business from scratch and had minimal time to create content, what would be your approach? First things first, I probably wouldn't start affiliate marketing. So just the margins there aren't as amazing as they are in other industries. So I'd probably be trying to sell your own services, high ticket if I could. But if I was doing it anyway, first of all, it's an interesting thought exercise. These questions always freak me out a little bit because I get a lot of them where it's like, how do I do this the fastest way possible without putting in any time or work? I know that's not you, Mike. I know that's not, but a lot of people ask that. And it like, makes me nervous because I'm like, that doesn't exist. You have to put in the time and money and work, or someone else that does will just crush you. It's business is competition. The second that an affiliate offer starts working, someone else does it too. And if they're putting in more time and energy and they have more experience. So let's park that one because you got to start somewhere. What would I do? First of all, I dive deep into whatever affiliate I was selling. So I don't know. Let's say we're just selling, oh God, I don't even know. Whatever. This gadget. I'd go to Amazon and I'd buy all of the books on this gadget. I'd learn everything about it, the insides, the outsides. I'd read all of the different affiliate offers. I'd learn about the people that buy these kind of things. I'd look at all of my competitors. Then I'd probably go to ChatGPT and I'd be like, write me emails for this, write me content for this, write me sales pages for this. I'd cross-reference that with my knowledge of this offer and whatever it was. Then I'd see what I could do to create similar content. Could I write reviews on Amazon that would then drive sales? Could I provide a lead magnet that would get people onto an email list? Yeah, a lot of ways to do it. I think the short answer is it's going to take more time. The longer answer was all of the long answer I just gave you. Elon, about SEO, do you know how to code the back end of the server or just do an FAQ with a lot of content and keywords? And you said you use Google Analytics and Google Search Console. There was another thing I might have mentioned. Yeah, so Google Search Console, like Google Analytics, yeah, you kind of have to use those for SEO. They're just helpful. They're free. You definitely don't need to know the code, the back end, but you probably need to, depending on what it's built on. Is it built on WordPress? Is it HTML? Is it built on another CMS, content management service like Kajabi or whatever it is? You're probably going to need basic access to change some things around. Most website software now allows you to make back-end changes from the front end, if that makes sense, without like hard coding things in. So normally you don't need to do as much. Plus, most websites now are built relatively well. Like in the past, they were just clusters of awful code and garbage. And now they're relatively clean. So it comes down more to like content and value. So yes, I like SEO, by the way, for like a business to start. Let's see. Kaylee. Hey, Kaylee, what are the most important metrics you would track for direct-to-consumer ads on Facebook? Very simple. I start at the end and I work my way back. So ROI or ROAS, return on investment or return on ad spend. That's really my main one. If it's profitable, I mean, I might look at other stuff, but like, of course I'm going to look at other stuff to try to make it more profitable, but like, I'm pretty good. So if I'm putting in $1 and getting out 10, life is good. If that's not happening, then I got to work back. I'm going to start looking at my click-through rate to link click-through rate. I've got videos on this. I don't know what they're called, but it's like essentially might be in the latest Facebook ads video. I think it totally is now. Well, basically the 2 to 1 percentage I'm looking for there. From there, I'll look at my CPMs and like what's it costing me per 1,000 people to reach. I'll look at my reach, my frequency, all of those things as well. But like ROAS, return on investment, cost per lead, cost per click, the usuals. Okay, let me see. Saeed, hey, I hope I'm on time. I don't know when you got here, but we started at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's see if I can find some more. Sid, I know a guy who makes thumbnails, worked with Eric before. I'm not doing any self-promo. Good job, Sid. But if you guys are looking for one, let me know. I'll pass on his @ Yeah, let me know anyway. I'm always looking for people. Maybe drop it in the Discord, Sid, or you can drop it down below and I'll try to catch it later. Also, that YouTube jobs place. The trick is like, there's so many people. So you've got to kiss a lot of frogs to find the princess or whatever you're into. All right, some guy. Hey, Adam. Hey, some guy. I'm currently studying IT, but I was thinking I could maybe go for MBA after I finish college. What's your opinion on the MBAs in general? It depends on your goals, my friend. Depends on your goals. If you want to work for a consulting firm like McKinsey or Bain or Boston Consulting Group, an MBA is mandatory. If you want to start your own business, they are largely a waste of time. If you want to get a job, probably also largely a waste of time. Up to you. Man, it's tough. It's like you ask anybody that's been successful in business, like how much they credit their degree or MBA or PhD to. It's going to be slim, like really slim. And there's an opportunity cost as well. For like an MBA is going to take you an extra 2 years and cost you an extra, I don't know, anywhere from 30 to 200 grand, depending on where you go through. It's like that money could be invested in other things. Like basically there's a book called The Personal MBA. You can buy that for $30, read through that, and then find the areas that you think you're weak on and then expand on that on your own. Like from strictly a credential, I don't think it's going to help that much. But again, it depends on the job. Do you need an MBA for what you're trying to do? If you do, then you do. It's kind of like becoming a lawyer. Like you can't just become a lawyer without going to law school for good reason, or a doctor without going to medical school. But if you're trying to start a business, like you don't need a law degree. I think that made sense. David, good morning, Adam. I just referred a friend to your YouTube who is starting a small consulting business. What are 2 things you would suggest that she do as a startup? Well, that like a million things, right? Donald, like a million things I would suggest she do. So if I had to pick 2, it's going to be tricky. Number 1 would be I would clear my weekend, get a million pots of coffee, pens and paper, and I'd literally go through all of the channels, all the videos on my channel, like from start to finish. I just watch them all. I'd take breaks every 2 or 3 hours, but I'd take notes, I'd rewatch, I'd go through all of that. Like there's well over a decade of experience building and growing companies and startups in that channel. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I'd go to Amazon and I'd take $300 and I would buy every single book around the topic of the business that she's thinking about to do a startup for. I'd buy books aimed at the consumers of it. I'd buy books aimed at growing them. I'd buy books from people that have been in the industry. I'd buy all of the books. $300. I don't know. You get 10, 20, 30 books, depending. Buy the Kindle version if you want to. But yeah, research is going to be your best friend here. And then once your 100 hours of research are done, which I don't know, you can knock off in a week, busy week, but you can do it, then you're good to go. Andrew, how do you market a kids show for YouTube? The goal is to create impactful interactive videos that would speak the language of the children to help develop their skills and grow their creativity. I like the idea. Kids shows on YouTube are tricky because a lot of issues around some pretty messed up people out there in the world and some pretty messed up comments on kids' content. But it can be done. I'd probably start looking into that world. It's fascinating, competitive, but also the barrier to entry is lower than ever. So I'd look at people like Blippi. Man, smart dude, but oh man, my kids used to watch that all the time. It would drive me nuts. Who else is there? I should know more kids' YouTube channels because my kids watch all of those annoying shows. Not saying yours is annoying, but man, my kids find the ones that just make me want to throw the TV out the window. So find those, do research. What are they doing? How are they doing it? Whatever else there is to it. YouTube marketing is very specific to YouTube. So predominantly it's going to come down to title, thumbnail, first 30 seconds of the video in order to keep people engaged and then keep them going from there. So yeah, a lot of research. Okay, couple minutes left. Let me see if I can get a couple more here and then we gotta bail because it's family time. Lucas says, hello, Adam. I want to ask, when running Facebook ads, how many do we need to create? Oh, I answered that already. Hang on. Perfect. Saeed, I've got a question. We have a footwear manufacturing company. We work B2B, and I want to start a D2C footwear luxury brand, direct to consumer, or B2C, business to consumer. I'm planning to create scarcity by limiting supply, like limited collection. I think that's fine. Marques Brownlee just did this with his new shoes from Atom, A-T-O-M, Atom. Super limited collection. And sold out. But again, there has to be a reason for the scarcity that people will care. Sometimes it is just because it's scarce, but why? Okay. Gal 4XE Wolf, hello from Portugal. Hello, my friend. I'm going to be in Portugal next year. Less than a year. Good times. I'll see you there. Let's see. Elon, after figuring out strategy, you got it, 5 M's. Do you decide what content to spend attention is best depending on the biz, product, service, audience? Yeah. So it's you're going to figure this out as you go through the modern marketing master plan, right? It's you're going to go through model, what am I selling? Market, who are the people for? Message, what are the pains, problems, fears, frustrations, goals, dreams, wants, desires? Media, where are they present and active online? What kind of content am I going to create for there? So if we determine that they're on YouTube, well, we're going to be making long form content. If we figure out who our competitors are, we should do this in the model phase of the whole process. Elon, you're going to see this when you go through the marketing master plan section of the Digital Marketing Academy. But the competitor research place takes part there. Then you're going to find out, what are they doing? What's working? What's not? How do I make my own version of that that's slightly better, slightly different, etc. So yeah, all of those answers shall be revealed. Just literally with a bit of market research and then thinking through who your people are. All right, my friends. that is it. So for today, hey, oh, we got Alex in the house. Hey, we got to say hi to Alex. Alex, my man, good to see you. Tuning in, dude. I don't know if you're on channel 1 or channel 2, but make sure you're on channel 2. And we've worked with Adam. He's a boss at marketing. Well, you're too kind, my friend. Alex is also a boss at marketing, and his partner, Dave. Amazing marketers. So cool stuff. Well, my friends, that's it for today. Channel number 2. This is where you're going to find this thing going forward. If you're not subscribed there, we cannot participate or have a chat or anything. So make sure you're connected there. Also, make sure to check out the Discord server. Let me put the link up one more time. You'll find it, always backwards, right there at the bottom, modernmarketinghub.com. That'll take you there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the amazing, insightful comments. And thank you for helping each other on this wild and wonderful journey that we know as marketing and building businesses. And catch you guys in a bit. See you later.